Welcome to the show. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. More on them in a bit. What's up, everybody? How's it going? I gotta remember to mute your thing because our intro picks up on your mic while we're playing. But hey, it's cool. We're learning. It's fun. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a special Wednesday, live episode, because I've got an appointment tomorrow that I won't be able to make it. This is LRMornings, and you are talking with Kyle and
with Manny, as always.
Manny. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. I got into this call. You were on screen looking like a B-list Shutter villain.
A what? I don't get it. I got it now. Oh man, that's harsh. But
you were like super close to it.
Oh yeah, and, I think I done that.
And just yeah.
I wish this damn software that we use would give us a little bit more wiggle room with some things, but it is what it is, man. And yesterday was Star Wars Day. You guys can check out the episode from yesterday. We had a good time talking about some stuff, lots of fun. But today, or actually, let's stick with Star Wars for a moment. We'll get to the Sony, Marvel's, Spider-Man stuff, but Star Wars did show us something that we hadn't seen yet, which is what I said would happen. I said I have a feeling we'll see something we haven't seen yet. I thought it would be show related. It wasn't, but we did get a look at the new lightsaber from Star Wars, and I am trying to bring up their Twitter right now so that way I can see if we can get the actual video going. I must admit that I was not incredibly impressed with. I think I'm on Star Wars. Here we go. I wasn't hugely impressed with the lightsaber reveal, mostly because, and let's see, we can add this to the stream, mostly because it doesn't look right. It just doesn't quite fit right. The hilt is much too small compared to the blade. I mean, the action is cool and all. I mean, we can't deny that it looks cool. Great. Now that I did this, YouTube's going to be dumb. But anyways, there's a good image of it. The hilt reminds me of the giant ones from like the 90s that had the extendable, you had to flip out. But the technology of it actually coming up and looking like a prop is cool, but I don't know if I'm ready to spend money on that. What about you, Manny?
Kyle, it's a self-retractable fucking lightsaber. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not.
I can't hit anything with it. I can't swing it.
Oh my god, no! Just be happy that they've gotten the technology this far. You're asking for way too much, man. Absolutely way too much. I'm not ready to spend money on it, but I would love to see it in person. And
yeah, that's true. I do want to feel it and kind of judge the craftsmanship, you know.
And it's funny because I wasn't ready to spend the $200 either. The one for the kind of Build-A-Bear ones they have at Galaxy Edge. Hell no, I'm not going to be spending money on this lightsaber. I got other things I need to spend money on first.
Twitter's just being stupid today. Whatever.
And get better internet, Kyle.
I have great internet. I've got Gigablast. I'm just.
I knew that was not true of you. I was just kidding. Yeah, no, it was just cool. And I'm just, and you know that whenever they roll these out, they're gonna sell out.
Oh yeah.
and then they're gonna get more, and then they're gonna sell out,
Yep.
and the price tag doesn't matter.
No, it won't at
And
all.
that's my problem. My
I can
problem
agree.
my problem with all of this, including that new Disney Galactic
Star
Cruise,
Cruiser.
kind of the Star Cruiser thing, is Disney is creating this kind of world, and I mean this in general, with their parks and with kind of these resorts and things like that, where it's becoming a real, um, you know, a real privilege thing,
Mm-hmm.
and when Walt Disney built this place, originally it was supposed to be for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone should have an opportunity to go to Disneyland and experience all that great stuff, blah 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 blah. And now it's all about the money. And the
It
sad thing
is.
is that they can keep raising the prices to the parks and for these things. People are going to pay it still.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible to me how brainwashed people are for Disney. For Disney parks. I mean, there's people going to Disneyland the last few weeks, when it just
Yeah.
opened, and were crying. I mean, is it fun and exciting? Yeah, but it's just a theme park. you got, you
I
guys
just
got
want to. Yeah, I want to point out that I'm on our website, not Twitter, and not Star Wars Twitter feed. And look, video plays golden. LRMonline.com.
yeah.
Look at that. So yeah, you're right on that, Manny. I mean, look, part of the reason why this thing's going to be so expensive is it's essentially a
Like a
cruise ship on
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
on land, right? You're going to have to stay 2 days. You're going to have one or two nights. I think is the base thing, with an excursion to Batu, where you'll get to go and enjoy the Disney park. And in there they've got the lightsaber holo training, whatever the fuck. And oh, we're on live. I should watch the F-bombs. Whatever the frack. Pull some Battlestar out. And then also the fact that they haven't been able to make money off of it. It got pushed behind all of that. But you're right. Even before then, Disney has gotten so expensive, so over the top with their cost per park, like, and park hoppers, and the ability to go, place to place gets more difficult, more expensive. It almost goes back to what you and I talked about on movies, and the idea that if regular theater attendance didn't return, which to me it's looking pretty healthy. I think we're going to see some time to get there, but I am a little bit happier with people, or with my expectations of theaters.
Mm-hmm.
But this is crazy, and if theaters go the route of it, now that it doesn't seem like theaters will go the route of being premium only, once they get a year or two into this, I would love to say they're going to drop their prices, but they won't. They're just going to raise them. When has Disney ever dropped any price? Do you know?
Nope.
But one last time, let's take a look, since it works on our wonderful website, LRMonline.com. The real lightsaber technology is very cool. I'm down with where it's going. I'm not ready to buy it yet. I would have done one of two things differently. Me personally, because I'm an asshole, I would have held on to it until I could make the hilts smaller. But two, I almost wish maybe they had made the blade a little bit wider, just to kind of give the scale. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you're right.
Do you understand how many years Imagineers have probably been working on this.
Oh, from 2012, like day one.
Yeah. So yeah, no, they're like, yep, this is as close as we're gonna get for now, and I get it. If there's one thing that was always impressed me about Disney is their will to make things happen. I think at that Avengers park they're gonna have a swinging Spider-Man. If you've seen
the robot, yep,
yeah, which is really dumb and creepy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's hints of Skynet all around us.
Oh God,
and it's gonna happen. But yeah, it's really cool. And for that like 2-day 2-night adventure, yeah, you can charge whatever you want for that because there's actors involved. That's gonna be 24/7 immersive experience. That's a little different than everything else, I think.
Yeah. Here's the video. This is from Trends Spectre. I'm not sure if they're the originals. Of course, this is all dealing with Disney Imagineering, but look at that. That is insanity.
iRobot.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, we're actively, I mean, between that, the giant Gundam, the living Transformers.
Hey, you remember when Facebook had to shut down their AI because it was becoming self-aware?
The one that started like becoming racist and cursing at people.
Yeah. So.
God, man, society, you're terrible. Yeah, no, that's cool. You know what's not terrible though is having a sponsor, and we actually have a sponsor, and we would love for you guys to take a look at them over at growgeneration.com, and yeah, check out the sponsor. This read. Yeah, there we go.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. From propagation to harvest, they have everything you need for your special garden. Grow Generation serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
So yeah, thank you guys. Growgeneration.com. Check them out. And speaking of Spider-Man, well, any last words on that? On the Galactic Star Cruiser or the Lightsaber?
Galactic Star Cruiser would be something I'd say for, and definitely would love to do that. That sounds like, all right. What are you charging for that? Because that just sounds expensive, but you know they're gonna do a good job. As for the Lightsaber, also super cool. Don't listen to Kyle. He's an asshole.
I'm
like
messing.
He like the first thing he did was like, nope, that's not a real beam.
Nope,
you can't cut nothing with that.
I did not see. Liar. Speaking of liars, Marvel Studios, they lie a lot, but for our own good. Personally, I say it's for our own good. Maybe not always for the maybe not always for the benefit of news reporting, but for the benefit of our story. They lie a lot. And I'm going to bring up a little screen and story that you can find over LRMonline.com. Andrew Garfield of The Amazing Spider-Man. This guy that was supposed to be Peter Parker. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You can see my Twitter and Instagram. Send all your hate there. But the Amazing Spider-Man films are garbage, and that is the worst Peter Parker. Decent Spidey though.
That is not the worst Peter Parker. That is not the worst Peter Parker. I'm gonna tell you that.
You think Maguire was a worse Parker than him?
Absolutely. Tobey Maguire was the worst Spider-Man. The worst Peter Parker.
Worst Spider-Man.
He's all right. Well, he's the worst then. I will agree that those movies are garbage, but it's not Garfield's fault. It's not even Emma Stone's fault. Everything else around that movie.
Emma's golden.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah. She can do whatever she wants, and she's amazing. It wasn't Garfield's fault. I thought he was witty. I thought he looked the right age. Everybody in Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3 looked like they were already done with college.
He looks like he's in college in the first Spider-Man film.
Done with college.
Oh, done. Okay.
They look way too old. I was like, nobody in this film is actually in high school, and I do not believe it. And there's something that the new ones with Tom Holland got right. Everyone looks like they could be in high school when they began. So I really appreciate that. And then going from Maguire to Garfield, he got younger, and I appreciated that. And he was witty, and way more energy than Tobey Maguire. And you never heard Spider-Man. he was bad. And then thank God for Doc Ock too, because he saved that movie. And then William Dafoe as Goblin, I thought was still cool. I didn't like the design that they went with him.
The Power Ranger design.
I really did like his voice. I love William Dafoe's voice.
Oh yeah.
He's the only good thing about Death Note, the Netflix one. So yeah, no. Tobey Maguire is absolutely the worst Spider-Man.
Okay. Well, I hated this guy's Peter Parker. I didn't think he made Peter at all. Super slam dunk. He's a cool skater kid. It's their take on it, sure, but he's spoke with the Happy Sad Confused podcast with MTV's Josh Horowitz, and had this to say about Spider-Man No Way Home, which allegedly has Electro. He's gotten in trouble for a couple of tweets or Instagram posts, so we pretty much can say he's in it, but not officially. And then, of course, we know Alfred Molina let loose that he's in it. He actually just straight up said it, and then Disney was like, what the hell, dude? And that shit disappeared. But you can't let that, you can't put that one back in the bag. But he says, I can't speak for anything else but for myself. They might be doing something, but I ain't got a call. I see how often Spider-Man is trending, and it's like people freaking out, and I'm just like, quote, guys, end quote, I wish I could just be able to speak to everyone and say, and then he quotes himself again, I recommend that you chill. I would have gotten a call by now. That's what I'm saying. So there's multiple ways to break this down, but I want to hear what you think, Manny. What do you think about it? Again, knowing what we know in context from the other two villains.
So you started off with saying that Marvel lied to us, which Marvel never told us that he was in the movie. It's all been internet speculation.
Right.
And
no, I'm saying he's the liar.
Oh, he's the liar? Well, maybe, yeah. I can see that. Because it's you have to hold that information.
Yeah.
You
can't,
yeah. This is why they don't let the current Spider-Man do any more interviews.
Holland,
Ruffalo. Yeah, they and it's funny because there'll be some times where they'll be on stage, whatever, and they'll put tape on their mouth. Those are great. Anywho, yeah, and then again, man, like if he doesn't come back and it's just villains that somehow make it through, that's also fine. And maybe they just use footage from some of the other films, kind of like a what do we call it? Like just I don't know. Yeah, either flashbacks or like
in the multiverse where you can like see shit going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something Nick had brought up last year, I think, was the idea that we would see we would see the multiverse not so much in the MCU Prime, but like either in Multiverse of Madness or in Spider-Man Far No Way Home, you would see like shattered dimensions type stuff where you can see into it and things might pass in and out, but not necessarily be a major part of it, a major story factor. So
because Doc Ock, like what if going down with that machine caused him to open a rift, and he's been traveling through that rift for years, and that's why number one he's older, and then all of a sudden he wakes up in the MCU, That makes
Well,
that I'm buying that. You know, like as far as like it
yeah.
makes sense.
They said,
Electro.
I was going to
Mhm.
say that he said in his interview that that he basically gets picked up right after the Hudson River
Yeah, that's what I
thing,
mean.
and that he's been de-aged.
Oh, well, okay. Well, if
If
he's
I'm not
de-aged or
mistaken.
not.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going. It's still a good idea. Yeah. Electro though, like he can't be blue. He's got to change, man.
Put the green and yellow. Oh, not Shocker. My bad. That's the
Well, no,
wrong.
you're
That's the
right.
wrong.
Electro is green, and Shocker's the yellow. What the like maroon? I think it is maroon
The
colors, and does
starfish
the
on his face.
shockwave. Yeah, the
Oh,
pillow
okay.
case on his
Yeah.
face. Yeah, that's a Shocker. Electro had the yellow mask, and until
I don't know
Sony.
why they didn't do with that. Yes, that was that was one of the absolute worst villains ever. I'm trying to think of a
Oh,
worse one.
Spider Man, you're my friend. You got me a
Tommy
birthday cake. Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones as Two Face. I kind of like that. Though. That was a little. That was kind of different. It was at a time where I had so much respect for Tommy Lee Jones because his movies were dope. He's good in Men in Black. I love that one. The Fugitive, U.S. Marshal. um, anyway, um, yeah, dude, like with Spider-Man, I don't even get excited. I'm like, all right, let's just get through this, and then it's like, oh, it was good, or it wasn't good. Because I don't know what I'm gonna get. I remember that movie with Electro was a giant fucking trailer. Sorry, freaking trailer for the next movie.
Yeah.
That's really all it was, and it wasn't very good. So,
Yeah.
whether Garfield is lying or not, it is what it is. But it's that internet man with the clickbait and the Andrew Garfield is in it. It's the same people who swore that Mephisto was in WandaVision. So,
Yeah. Well, just
and it's the
because you didn't
same
see him
people
didn't mean he's
that
not.
were making a big deal out of Star Wars' poster and the characters they chose.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just on that poster thing. Dude, I so desperately want to just call out some YouTubers, but I won't. I won't. I'm just gonna point out. Indeed, you guys can see lots of artwork for May the 4th, including those posters that we talked about. But you know
Real
Go
quick,
ahead.
I'll say about that. What a pull Star Wars has though on May the 4th. Everyone joins in on the fun, and everyone has at least one character or a moment in the franchise that they relate with, and they usually use that day to share. And I think that it's great. I think that it's nice to see that entertainment can still bring us all together, no matter what our political affiliations are, religious affiliations, sexual preferences. The point is, the majority of us love Star Wars to some degree, and that's what it's all about.
No,
It's nice.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I get that. Playing that trailer again from the other day. It's always funny watching Marvel and Lucasfilm try to outdo each other because you guys both work for the same company. But Garfield, look, we know what we do know. Like I said, thanks to the two villains that have allegedly leaked things. But Marvel themselves have lied, like I said, in the past, and I'm jokingly using the word liar because, well, no, that one I do think the end game title thing is a straight up lie. When they were like, nobody's guessed it, liars. They said that like in the first week, but
But you have to lie in that case.
Yes. No, I'm not angry
all
at
of a
anyone.
sudden you're
You're
going back, and it's like, oh, it's one of these then.
Yeah, I'm not upset at it. Like I said, you want to maintain that secrecy, that story here at LRM. Cam willingly jumps on the Star Wars grenade for spoilers, and I haven't had to do it yet, but I'm the designated DC spoiler guy. I will cover any and all, leaks, spoilers that we need, because I know guys and girls, my wife writing too, that don't want DC movies spoiled. So I can take that hit. So I don't mind this. I think it's an interesting word that he uses when he says, "I would have gotten a call by now." That's what I'm saying. And then with the I recommend that you chill. It's kind of weird. Those really make it sound like he's lowering expectations. Not so much. He is saying that he's not in it, but I read it more like a chill, just like he says, chill guys. You guys got some expectations, and let's relax. The movie finished principle because they did that big board signature thing, and everyone was looking for Andrew and Toby's signatures and stuff. But I agree with him on the chill part, on the tempering our expectations. You brought up WandaVision, and that's a good one. A lot of people got thinking like we were going to get Fantastic Four and mutants and Mephisto all at once. Quickly, I was like, look, guys, there's a lot of misdirection, a lot of stage magic. I am still a firm believer Mephisto is the key magic bad guy. Possibly underling of Dormammu, maybe not. I don't know, but I still believe that through Multiverse of Madness and the X-Men movies with Wanda, we will see him. But, yeah, the expectations thing, man. It's almost like Star Wars all over again. Force Awakens, that did amazing, and then you get the Rise of Skywalker, and the hype, I think, caused the divisiveness, the reaction, the disappointment for some to be that much more, and I worry that this movie could end up with the same. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I was going to say that the best way to enjoy a Spider-Man film is to go in with lower expectations, and because even with the last one,
don't you say a fucking thing about Mephisto or Mysterio? I will punch you through the screen. Sorry,
Mysterio was all right. Like he wasn't like he wasn't transcendent or anything, or he was just a villain. But because I went into the movie without high expectations, I enjoyed it fine. Neither it wasn't such a great movie, but it wasn't a bad movie either. But because my expectations weren't through the roof, I had a good time.
Yeah,
and that's really the way to enjoy it. But yeah, if you if you set a bar so high that ain't nobody gonna reach it, then you're gonna be upset because you set yourself up for failure. Unfortunately, The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker were terrible movies, and they were directors trying to outdo each other. I think that's the only mistake maybe in the Star Wars franchise that they've made is besides Solo, is not making it a cohesive linear story. Kind of, it's almost like they were missing a Feige.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
To be like, hey, yes, this is your movie, but you're going in a different direction. Or this is where we want to be, but your movie is counteracting the other movie. Because it almost seems like in Rise of Skywalker, he was busy trying to undo things that were done in the second one.
Well, yeah,
and it completely took away from the story. It pulled us out. I mean, and then the second one, it's just, you take out that casino scene, it's still the same movie.
Yeah,
nothing changes. So I mean, but after the Force Awakens, which I thought was I liked that one. That one was good. It was a good, really good reintroduction to Star Wars and to the new generation of characters that we were supposed to follow. Yeah, our expectations did go up, and then they just dropped the ball. And I don't understand how you did that. You should. I don't understand how they weren't a little bit more careful. And maybe that's why they had to take a step back and really just kind of focus on like the Mandalorian and some of the animated shows and kind of get their Star Wars bearings back.
Yeah,
and be a little bit
see that
more creative with it instead of what they did. Snoke was I don't think Snoke should have ever been involved as a villain. We all knew that in the end game, we all knew that it was going to be Palpatine. And
no, we didn't. I never expected that. And
I did.
Disney has already had several key people, including Ian McDermott himself, say, "I didn't know until Rise of Skywalker was being written and made."
Coming the whole way, man. And then Rey being a descendant of her, also it was pretty obvious. And
well, they'd never planned on that, so I don't see how you could say it was obvious. I mean,
it just seemed like it would have been, and it was. So
they made it that way. Now that could have been Abrams's plan in his mind, but he never told anyone, and no one ever saw it on paper. At least, like I said, we've had several actors and people come out and talk about what they did know, what was written, and Rise of Skywalker was a mess. It absolutely, and I'm one of those people. You guys can listen. I'm going to try to get it up today and tomorrow. The 2-part Cantina Reviews episode of The Last Jedi. Cam, myself, and Jammer for over 3 hours. That's why it's split in half. Almost 3 hours talking the Last Jedi. And Cam hates it with a passion. Will never buy it. Probably will never watch it ever again. I probably won't ever watch it again, like by choice, like picking it out myself. But there's things that I do like about it. Jammer loves it. We can't convince him of any of the bad stuff in it. Like there's nothing like the things that are like glaring issues. He just doesn't care, and that's him, and that's fine. I think he's a terrible person for it. But the cool thing is that you're able to we are able to have these discussions about it and get positives and negatives and give you guys opinions, and hopefully you guys can join in the conversations with us, like here in the live chat, in the comments section on Twitter, because there's so many bad debates going on where people aren't getting to talk about. Let's talk about the bombers. Why? Who replaced Y-wings with space stratofortresses? Like, that makes no sense. I'm not even talking the gravity bombs. I'm just talking the ship itself. The gravity bombs I can explain away with Star Wars. I'm fine with that. But like, I can dig into that, and that has nothing to do with races or genders or Luke or new characters versus old characters. That's literally me just talking inside Star Wars universe technology, right? Like, that's what we should be doing. Instead, you can't be a part of this fandom because you don't like this, or I was in this fandom first and you can't be a part of it because you like that. Fuck it. Like what you want. Yell at people about what you don't like. They don't have to listen. It's better if you just talk. But yeah, join us here on this show. Talk with us in the comments. Debate us. I got a Thursday Throwdown song that I'm just dying to use. What do you think, man? Are with this Spider-Man movie and all this hype? God, if it turns out not to be live action Spider-Verse, does it fail? I don't think so.
What do you mean if it turns out to be not to
If
be
it
live?
turns out to not be like, a lot of people are expecting like live action Spider-Verse, Maguire, Garfield, all of that. Do you think the hype is already too high for this movie because of alleged leaks and stuff?
Yeah, it is. So then when you don't get that payoff, it fails. That's exactly what happened with WandaVision. Everyone's expectations
loved
were
it.
so high for the finale
Yeah,
that in the end it turned off a lot of people.
I loved it. It
And I've
went
been on this
exactly
I've
where
been
I
on
wanted.
this show a bunch of times. Remember when I was like, yeah, don't
Yeah.
be surprised when it's nothing. And this is just a story about Wanda.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was, and what it should have been. But people let themselves get so hyped up that when it was just a simple show,
Mm-hmm.
a good simple show, but I'm saying it wasn't as complicated as people made it seem. It turned them off, and it upset people, but it was their own damn fault for getting so hyped up. And now the internet's feeding you all these things about Andrew Garfield and villains and multiverse, and you're gonna get the meme finally recreated in real life where 3 Spider-Men are pointing at each other. When in reality, that's not even on a board anywhere. Well, maybe it is.
Maybe.
Yeah, just be happy J.K. Simmons is
Yes.
just be happy with that, and enjoy it for what it is. There's sometimes with things like this that I wish that we didn't have as much access to the internet, because you remember having to just watch a trailer in theater and maybe read about it in a magazine.
Yep.
And
Fangoria, Star Wars magazine. There was one that was like Cinema something or Movies something.
Cinema Score, I think it was. No, it was.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it came with trailers and a CD.
It was like Entertainment Weekly, but for the movies, not the people.
Right. And that's all you got. There was no room for a dumbass rumor mill about you know. And so you went to the theater always hyped up, ready to go, and you're able to enjoy the film for what it is because you didn't have all these lofty expectations. Yeah. So because let's be real. If we had the same access to multimedia as we did when The Phantom Menace came out, that movie would have been shredded
worse than it
months
was
before.
Yeah. Well, they were smart with the way they cut that trailer that we showed on the episode yesterday, because that trailer is not representative of that movie in any way other than Jar Jar getting some slapstick humor. But,
I still like Jar Jar, man. And even in the Clone Wars, I think he's funny. Any episode I see him in the beginning, I was like, all right, this is gonna be one of those episodes.
Anyway, yeah, I can't back that. I can't. Anyways, it's been great, guys. Great live show. Thank you for all that tuned in. Look for us to be back live. I think next Thursday should be fine. Let me double check my calendar just in case, because we are going to be working on some giveaways soon, Manny. Right?
Yep.
And next Thursday, the 13th, we will be live on our regular time. Make sure you guys are checking out all of the wonderful stuff over at our website, LRMonline.com. Like I showed you, the internet was working on it better than Twitter and better than Star Wars. I mean, it is what it is. Check them. Check us out there. Lots of great stories going up every day. The genreverse is growing, ladies and gentlemen. Look for the branding and the merging again. Not sold, not bought. We are simply growing. And then one of the best ways you can help us grow, of course, is go check out our YouTube channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button so that way you can check out all this great stuff. There's all these wonderful interviews with A-list celebrities to go through, all these awesome shows to watch. I mean, just guys, do it. now. Like if you're not, you're wrong. And then of course our podcast channel, wherever you get your podcasts from, all of the wonderful shows are going up on for Marvel and Star Wars and Breaking Geek Radio, everything. It's great. It's awesome. You guys can see a bunch of social media information underneath for me and Manny. Check that out. And Manny, what? No, remove that. I wanted to close it totally. Manny, what things you got coming up for the rest of this week?
Rest of this week, we're working on quite a few independent films. Some stuff that came out yesterday, some stuff that's coming out Friday, and yeah, that's really where the focus is going to be.
Very good. There you go. Like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will talk to you next time.